target. And we got SMU and Penn State. Now, SMU is a team my man Weinstein made some money off of plenty of times. But this Penn State team kind of let us down in a lot of spots this time. But this is one of your professions right here where you talk about going into Penn State for a college playoff game. How sick would that be with a whiteout?
Crazy. I mean, dude, like who would have thought we are ever going to see a whiteout game in mid-December, college football playoff game? Like it's going to be a good time. It's going to be cold though, man. I mean, it's cold everywhere though over there. And I know Texas it's not, but Rhett Lashley, I heard him in his press conference this week. You know, in the NFL, you got to go to Lambeau, you got to go to Buffalo, you got to go to Arrowhead, you got to go through those teams, either be on those teams or play against them. And the weather's always going to be bad. So this is just a test. Start to your NFL career. He mentioned Rice. The guy ended up going off for the Chiefs when he said he wasn't cold. He said he didn't like cold weather, but he went off anyways. So with that being said, this SMU team is built for big things, man. I like it. This is gonna be a good one. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, this one is cold, man. 26 degrees. Could be some snow out there. I mean, it's got some serious implications on this one, man. So, ooh. That one is deep, man. I mean, I can only take Penn State. Seen a couple things at SMU on that last game that made it look like they was just on a good run towards the end of the season. Not so much that they are that dominant team. Now, Penn State is that dominant team. They just can't win those dominant games. This is a offset match in a real situation where maybe winning this game helps Baldwin get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Winning a game like this where it's all on the line, player go home to a team like SMU at the house. If you can't get this done, sir, what the hell can you do? You're going to fire yourself if you can't get this one done.
Yeah.
So I lean. I'm probably going to do some big, crazy money line parlay, and I'm probably going to toss this in there with Penn State. Would I lay the 8.5? I don't see why not. But I mean, this could be a backdoor cover for SMU because they never quit throwing the ball. So, you know, they can bust it down late. So you really got to be, if you're really going to lay it, you got to be expecting a blowout from Penn State. And I'm not sure if Penn State's ready to blow SMU out. What you think about a blowout in that situation?
Yeah, this is tough because I mean it's a crazy environment. This is the rowdiest environment SMU has ever played in this season. You know, and you know, they had such a bad first quarter against Clemson. I was on SMU in that spot and watching that first quarter, I was just like, where's this been all year? Why is this happening in the biggest game? Why are you 2 turnovers in the first quarter? You just can't let that happen. And Rhett Lashley, I mean, this guy's turned a program like SMU into a college football playoff team. I mean, he did it too, boss. I mean, look at him. He didn't even hit the portal this last offseason. Kevin Jennings has been in the system for a couple of years to replace Preston Stone. A lot of these guys he got when he went there, and he's kind of just built it up from the ground up, and he's gotten 3-star, 4-star guys to come in and kind of just work their way up, and they want to play for this guy. This guy's a great offensive mind, probably the most underrated coach in all of college football, if you ask me. He's probably once Sark blows it enough times over at Texas, I think they're going to give old Red a call at SMU and say, "Yo, we're going to give you your contract that you're having right there times 20," and that's no joke because they will throw a coach the bag. And I think, funny enough, I think that he actually makes Rhett Lashley about 2.1 mil. But I mean, Texas pays a lot more, A&M pays a lot more, and these guys are going to be offering him the bag here, especially if he gets a dub here. I think he's going to want to stay with this program, though. I like Kevin Jennings, the quarterback. Guy's dynamic on the ground. He doesn't give up either. He's a winner. He goes out there and gives it his all. You know, he had a couple of mistakes in that first quarter, as I mentioned. He turned it around the rest of the game. Clemson, they've been in that spot enough, and if you mess up too many times against Clemson and a coach like Dabu, it's gonna bite you in the ass, and that's what happened with them. Penn State, though, a really good team. You know, I've kind of called them a fraud, you could say, but I mean, give or not, they've had a great season. They win 11-1. But I just think, boss, this is too many points here. I bought up and got the +9 at -120. I think SMU is going to take care of business and cover this spread and win the game. I'm on the money line +260. I'm on the SMU team total over 21.5 -110. I think they're going to be able to easily score over 3 touchdowns in this spot here. I know it's going to be a rowdy environment, but I just think Rhett's going to have his guys ready to go. And I know he doesn't have the personnel and the coaching staff that Franklin has. I mean, Frank has Tom Allen, the old head coach of Indiana, as his DC. And then he's got Coach Koldnicki, offensive coordinator. He's going to be a coach at a Power 4 program probably after this run, maybe one more year. He'll stay at Penn State. With that being said, I think SMU's going to do it, boss. I have them tied up in teasers, +points, the money line, team total. This is one of the most heavily bets I'm going to have all season long, guys. I'm going to be sitting in my living room with all the lights off watching this. My wife has a friend's miss that day. I'm going to be watching this game and so locked in, and I'm going to be rooting for the SMU Mustangs. They're going to get it done. Whoever wins this game, boss, has the easiest route to the championship because they have Boise after this. I think either team beats Boise no matter what. You can get SMU right now +4,500, +5,000 to win the college football playoff. I'm in on it. And then I'm also I'm going to be moving on ASU as well, +4,500, but I haven't moved on it yet, but I am on SMU. That's just a little small something, guys. It's not like it's just it's fun, but it's just, call me a homer, man. Call me an SMU fan. I know I'm talking the world of these guys right now, but I believe in this team, and I think they're going to get it done here, guys.
All I can say is, ay, ouch. But I need you to stick by that thing you said about Sarkeesian in Texas. I need you to stand that. I don't want to hear you later down the line saying I'm taking Sark in Texas Day. Okay,
I learned my lesson.
know that once a bum, always a bum. But I did a little question over here to our notebook right here. So I told it list the strengths and weaknesses of each team. So Penn State strengths: strong defense. Penn State defense is ranked 19th nationally in offensive success rate and ninth in defensive net points per drive. They're also sixth in the nation in rushing EPA per play allowed. They have solid depth on both sides of the ball. Uh, Experienced quarterback Drew Aller is noted for his decision making, ball protection, dual threat capability. He's also outperformed SMU's Jennings on the ground. Alar is described as having elite decision making and a threat to make big plays both with his arm and his leg. They have a strong running game with Katron Allen and Nichols and Singleton. Both have the ability to surpass 100 yards a game. They have home field advantage, of course, and they have some statistical advantages in penalty yards per game, turnover margin, and the time of possession. Their weakness is only Coach James Franklin reputation for struggling in big games, though some analysts believe this is not a factor in the first round game. Now, SMU has a good offense, ranked 28 offensive net points per drive, ninth in drop back EPA per play. Strong rushing attack. Bashard Smith is a strong rusher, and quarterback Kevin Jennings is an electric rusher. Kevin Jennings' performance, quarterback has stepped in for Preston Stone and performed well, including passing yards for 304 against Clemson. Good against the spread. SMU is 7-3 record in the spread in their last 10 games and has been profitable bettors. They have also covered the spread in 8 out of their last 14 games. They have a strong rush defense. SMU is tied for fourth in the nation for rush EPA per play allowed. They do have some weaknesses, though. Lack of experience in big games. They may be overwhelmed by Penn State's defense and large home crowd. Potential weather disadvantage, the cold in December, with we already spoke on that. Struggles in key areas such as penalty yardage and turnover margin. Lacks meaningful advantage in key areas when compared to Penn State. Vulnerable passing attacks. SMU defense is 14th in the nation in dropback EPA per play, but they have shown vulnerability to above average passing offenses. Offensive success rate, SMU offense success rate is ranked 48th nationally. Road underdogs, SMU is 2-5 against the spread as road underdogs with their coach Red Lashley. That is it right there from the notebook, man. What you think about that, Wine?
I like it. I like it. That's a lot of that's a lot of info. I like it. That's a cool little feature. It's crazy that you just type in one thing and just a bunch of
Instantly,
it's
instantly.
it's wild, man. I mean, it. I like that I grew up in the area that I did, but I mean, it's definitely cool nowadays to have all this stuff. But it's crazy, man.
I mean,
Crazy.
I was in the worst era, like getting all the information out the newspaper. I mean,
Yeah. Fuck.
you
Yeah.
know, you got to kind of advance with the sign of the time. Like and there's one thing I want all the cappers to understand this. It's not about, you don't get an award for how hard of a bet you won. The only reward is the money you get for winning the bet. So it's about just
Facts.
winning the bet. It's not about proving a point. This is the old school way, the new school way. Let's get to the winner. That's however it takes to get through the winner, right? Some people buy picks, some people do them themselves, some people, it's different methods to it. So, I want to evolve with technology as it goes on. It's just something I'm playing with. We right here doing the bowl games. It's not something I've been using all year. A lot of times I cap the game how I traditionally cap the game, and then I come back and do that stuff too, because it's
Yeah.
a lot of nooks and crannies that you could leave out. And then when you take a small article, I haven't read the article or nothing. I just go ahead. You could push, give me a briefing of the whole document, and it'll run it down like